out in the containment of this fire.
A memoir from one of Jeffrey Epstein's accusers, the late Virginia Giuffre, is being released this fall. CBS's Vicki Barker from London. Publishing house Alfred A. Knopf says the book, called Nobody's Girl, will come out in October. That's likely to put the spotlight back on Britain's Prince Andrew. He always denied her accusations that convicted pedophile Epstein trafficked her to the prince when she was underage, but the scandal cost him his public role and reportedly a multi-million-dollar payout. Giuffre died by suicide in April. Women baseball players are finally getting a league of their own.
He's starting a girls' baseball league. Want to play? It's a real league, professional.
Tryouts underway in Washington, D.C. Final evals are today in a modern-day version of the hit 1992 movie. There are hundreds of hopeful players from around the world. The top 150 will be entered in the draft pool. This is CBS News.
Progressive Insurance, with insurance for cars, home, boat, motorcycles, RVs, and commercial vehicles at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com.
With your kids, no matter where you are, call now. 800-497-0593. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-497-0593. That's 800-497-0593. Tax Relief Advocates.
Local news and weather brought to you by Mississippi Energy Services. We're your fast, affordable, and friendly generator service company. msenergy.us. msenergy.us.
A week of remembrances. You can't call it cool, but it will be cooler this week, beginning today. It's sunny and 93. Mostly clear and 68 tonight. Mostly sunny and 88 Tuesday. With news on 103.9 WYAB, I'm Chris Davis.
And he said, Governor, this is going to be a terrible storm. This is going to be worse than comedian.
If that voice sounds familiar, it's former Governor Haley Barbour. He's featured in a documentary due out this week from MDOT.
Of course, it turned out to be, at that time, the worst natural disaster in American history.
That's looking back on Hurricane Katrina and how the roads and bridges were rebuilt after the storm. More on Katrina all week on WYAB. Shooting into a house. It happens more often in Jackson, but not so much in Columbia, which is where a felon named LaRoncus Connerly was arrested Saturday night. Police say just a couple of minutes after cops were called to Broadmoor Avenue. Connerly was charged with aggravated assault and being a felon with a firearm. It is hoped that bringing in a new operator at Hawkins Field, Skyport Aviation, and the upgrades that are going on there will make people think about the airport as a good option for business travel. Skyport services were celebrated with a ribbon cutting Friday. 2 wrecks in the Delta. 2 people lose their lives. A wreck in Sunflower County Saturday night killed a man from South Haven. It was a head-on Highway 448 just before 10 p.m. A Hyundai Elantra and a Dodge Ram hit head-on. 33-year-old Martez Duncan of South Haven died at the scene. A Cleveland man was hit and killed Saturday morning. That man identified as Terry L. Ramiz. He was hit about 10 a.m. when he was crossing the street at Highway 61 and Laughlin Road and crossed in front of a 2012 Chrysler 300. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WYAB. I'm Chris Davis.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are the individual views and opinions of the people expressing them and do not necessarily reflect those of this radio station, its parent, affiliated, or related entities, agents, or employees.
Welcome to the Chip Matthews Show, where politics meets the South. So grab your sweet tea, find a comfortable spot to sit back, and let's embark on this journey together. Chip away, chip away. Chip away. That's what I wanna do.
I don't think any of them have them. He controls it all.
And good Monday morning here on WYAB on the Chip Matthews Show, along with Don McKenzie and, of course, Tommy J and the Wild West Show. Everybody's going, what the hell is that?
Yeah, Tommy J and the Wild West Show. Yeah, that was like almost 35 years ago.
Yeah, this old buddy of mine from radio that popped into town, and I hadn't seen him, I guess, in 35 years.
Plus something like that. It was 1986. KY 107, the voice of the South.
Yeah,
Chip Matthews. In the morning time, Tommy J and the Wild West Show, 6 to midnight, Monday through Friday. We had a large time, a lot of good memories, and we lived through it. That was a good thing.
The funny thing is people look back at that, and I go, yeah, I remember hanging out with George Strait when he was nobody. And everybody goes, Chip, you didn't hang out with George Strait when he was nobody. Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah, well, I remember hanging out with Chip Matthews when he was a nobody.
Thank you very much.
He still is a nobody.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I have consistently put in, 50 years in radio, and nobody knows who I am.
Well, a lot of people do know who you are. Yeah. That's why I got the hell out of Dodge.
Yes,
you know,
you need to. You know, when I ran for mayor of Canton, they were shooting at me in my house.
Right, right.
And
now they stole your car, I understand?
Yes, and I found it online yesterday.
Are you kidding?
I found it, and there's one of two posts on what is it, Marketplace on Facebook.
So what are they asking for it?
Well, one place they're only asking $6,000 for it.
Wow.
Okay. And then so I got in touch with somebody, and they were checking on that because they said, Chip, you don't need to be the one to go over there. Then I found another one that looks that's just like it, but it's being sold in parts in Batesville, Mississippi. And so we contacted the proper people and went to the Batesville cops, and they were going there. So one or two of them is mine.
Well, what people need to understand is that Dawn, it's nice to meet you this morning.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm surrounded by celebrities. Of course, I knew if I showed up with Chip Matthews, I'd be surrounded by celebrities.
Always, huh?
Yeah, and it's a small world. We have a lot of common ground. But I just saw. When I saw you Saturday, I did not realize that you had lost your vehicle. And
I didn't lose it. I left it in the driveway in Canton.
Somebody borrowed it.
Somebody borrowed it and didn't return it.
Yeah. You didn't leave the keys in it, I hope.
They say I did, but I didn't.
Really?
And then we're finding out from a Jackson report that there was a guy riding around with a roll-off truck picking up cars.
Oh, wow.
And, the thing about that particular Jaguar was I had bought it at a reduced rate, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
And it had things that were wrong with it that I'd been working on. One of the biggest problems it had is anytime you opened the door, the alarm went off on the passenger side. And I had no alarm. So,
yeah.
So that's.
But it also had a bad habit of going off in the middle of the radio show.
We'd be in here, and all of a sudden it'd go off. So it didn't make no sense when the alarm didn't go off. But with the roll off, I could see it being picked up, and that'd be that. And this person up there, they're selling the car, and it says we got doors. And it's got a picture of a door. It's got a picture of the headlights. It's got a picture of the front end of the car.
You couldn't get a VIN number?
Oh, well, I haven't seen that yet. Well, we've talked to two different people.
Well, they sell the VIN numbers too, so.
Yeah. I'll give $2,000 for the Jag. Yes, you can. Yeah. You want to buy it now? Micah Gober, good morning to you. Good morning, Russell McGuffey. Good morning, Andy Devine. Andy, we got to talk about something on you. Debbie Bragansky. I say good morning to Shane Easley, Jolynn Michael, Will Brown. Say good morning to all of y'all. Y'all hit the like, the love, and the share button on Facebook. I make a little penny or two when you do that. So just do that and help us out there. Send us stars.
Well, I'm glad you told me that because I'll do that a lot.
Thank you. Yeah.
So Chip and I go back to 1986 at WKYB, which was a Vicksburg radio station.
And you worked at WRKN too.
I worked at WRKN. When I was a teenager, I started out at WQST in Forest.
Okay.
Yeah, Country 92.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mr. Bill Wilburn was the station runner. You remember Terry C. Burton?
Terry C. He was
Terry C. Burton.
Terry
was
C. The
program director, sales manager.
But Terry C. was the head of the Senate
majority,
majority,
right?
House majority for years.
Senate Pro Tem.
Yeah.
Senate Pro Tem.
Fine fella. I love Terry C. Burton.
I haven't heard those call numbers, WKYV, since
KY
I was a little bit. I'm from Vicksburg.
Are you?
Yeah, and I've never heard those call numbers since it went off.
Yeah.
Way back when.
86.
Yeah.
Right.
So interesting.
Good morning, Mitch Tanner,
Yeah.
Nate Rushing, and Jeff Thomas.
Brings back good memories.
Yeah, we were.
Well, guess where I was at last night? Can I tell her this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, last night my wife, daughter lives here in Hinds County, and well, we're in Madison County. Lives in Hinds County. Her mother-in-law, grandmother, has 100 acres between Raymond and Edwards, and they live out there in an old antebellum home.
Mm-hmm.
And the youngest one the next to the youngest one had a birthday party at Big Willie.
No, really?
Yes.
Oh.
And when I went in there, I took pictures and I took a video. I said, man, this is like stepping back in time.
Yes.
Yeah. The 1970s. Come on, the Mirrorball.
Who was that man that owned the Big Willie?
I don't have a clue.
I never knew either, but
I
that
had
was
to-
one place that a lot of fun was had.
So you went.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that was a
Does it
Saturday
still-
spot for.
Does it still have the men only, women only, couples? All that.
I didn't
signs?
see any of that.
That's back in the day. That was at all the skating rinks, right?
Right.
Men's
The only
women's.
skating rink that I remember was Fun Time Skate Land in Pearl, Mississippi.
See, there you go.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I did Fun Time Skate Land North. I was a bad boy. I went to all of them.
Yeah.
Candlestick Park.
And then I graduated to the nightclubs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It kind of comes with time,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah.
I was too young.
Chuck and I, Chip and I, I'm glad we lived through those days because, we had Yancey's right there next to the radio station on Highway 18 and brought a lot of entertainment in.
You had Yancey's. You had Judges up in Metro Center.
Right.
Yeah.
What else we have? We had Marnie's was after Marnie's had already closed at that time, I believe.
Right.
And we had Zoli's.
Yeah. Catmandu's.
Yeah.
Catmandu's.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm still mad of the fact that they tore the dock down.
And we're still alive.
And yeah, we're still alive and there's no dock and
Thank
there's
God.
no
Thank God,
replacement.
I tell you.
Okay, we're going to be back and reminisce some more and talk about some things going on in the news in just a moment right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie and Tommy J's Wild West Show right here on WKYV. No, on where am I?
WYA.
WYAB, man, 103.9 FM.
I got where I was.
WYAB, man, 103.9.
1039 WYAB.
Burgers, blues, barbecue, the name says it all. At our spots in Madison, downtown Brandon, and Flowood at Dogwood, dive into mouth-watering, award-winning burgers and barbecue like our tender brisket and savory pulled pork that'll have you licking your fingers clean. Our B3 Catering Company can handle any job from 5 to 5,000 people and with 2 food trucks ready for all your special events. Check out the all-new burgersblues.com to view our full menu, order carryout, and delivery by locally owned Take-A-Break deliveries.
This is Jack Hoffman. For nearly 31 years, Tico's Steakhouse has been a staple of fine dining in Jackson, Mississippi. Dad has long since desired for me to come work alongside him. And now that I'm here, I would like to invite you to come experience our family tradition of our hospitality, sizzling steaks, and healthy poured beverages. Our dining rooms are open and we are taking reservations. Our private rooms are also available along with takeout. Call today or stop in to experience Tico's in the second generation.
Tico's Steakhouse, East County Line Road in Ridgeland, 601-956-1030.
Tri-County Tree Service, the Jackson Metro's premier company to handle all of your tree service needs. Russ Borland and his team specialize in large tree, low-impact removal. Tri-County Tree Service has the right equipment to safely handle the most technical trim jobs or tree removals. Storm damage can happen year-round, so let them clean it up and they'll deal with your insurance claim. Tri-County Tree Service, by phone at 601-TREE-GUY or online at tricotreeservice.com. That's tricotreeservice.com.
This month, UrgeVet Emergency Vets of Madison is celebrating 5 incredible years of serving your pets, and we couldn't have done it without you.
From late night emergencies to weekend worries, we've been here caring for your pets when your regular vet isn't available.
Join us in celebrating 5 years of compassion, expertise, and tail wags.
Drop by for giveaways, treats, and more, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for all the fun. Located at 15 Olympic Way in Madison, you can call us at 601-790-1918.
UrgeVet, always here when your pet needs us most.
Y'all come see us at Flora Animal Hospital, your trusted hometown vet. We offer a wide variety of veterinary services, including boarding. Dr. Kaylee McCary is a Madison County native who has been serving the Flora community and surrounding areas since 2013. She leads our team of highly trained and compassionate women. We are located at 740 Highway 49 in the Cotton Exchange Plaza. Call us today at 601-879-3222. At Flora Animal Hospital, we treat your pets like our own.
Hi, it's Jackson author Jeff Pettigo, and I've written a satirical novel you should read called City Zoo, an Unfairy Story, a witty Orwellian animal fable about the lying fake news media. What happens is a former circus elephant runs for animal zookeeper, and all the monkeys in the zoo's fairy tale news media go crazy trying to take him out. Sounds familiar. It's the perfect pop culture satire for the beach. Learn more about the novel City Zoo at cityzoo.us. cityzoo.us.
Are you a wine enthusiast? Are you looking for the perfect bottle to elevate your next dinner? The ultimate destination for wine lovers is 042 Wine and Spirits on West Government Street in Brandon. They're locally owned, they're locally operated. 042 Wine offers something for everyone, from local favorites to rare vintage wines. 042 Wine and Spirits can help you find your next favorite wine. The friendly and knowledgeable folks at 042 Wine and Spirits will help you find the perfect bottle for every occasion. 042 Wine and Spirits, located on West Government Street in Brandon.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here's your host, Chip Matthews.
Hey, yes, I am Chip Matthews. You are who you are, and she is Dawn McKenzie, and he is Tommy J from the Wild West Show from 1985.
86.
86.
86. Remember it well. Yeah. Yeah. You're over there shouting out to people on Facebook.
Yeah, you got a hit from a...
Yeah, I got a hit here right here from an old friend of mine.
Is he 90?
I've been in public service all of my life,
Right.
in and out, whether it was retail or working for the public service agencies that I've worked for. This gentleman, and I'm going to talk bad about him.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Get ready.
Well, he's from Brandon, Mississippi. His name's James Rutland, and he was the fire chief for the city of Brandon at one time.
Right.
And he's retired now, and I'm still not. So he did something right. I did something wrong. I don't know what it is. I'm up here bumming around at $1.98 at a radio station in Madison County with Chip Matthews and the sweet little Dawn.
Yeah, he's like, and he's all in fact, he's like, she owns Rattlers Ferry. She owns
She
Rattlers
does.
Ferry.
I do.
Yes.
I keep saying, you own Rattlers Ferry.
I do. I own
Yeah.
Rattlers Ferry.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You had some good memories up there, huh?
Well, I did, if I can remember them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
What was that club out on, that used to be out on the, that burnt down? What, Leather and Lace?
Leather and Lace.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to those guys?
I don't know. That was a good band, a great band.
Okay.
And then the club was out there in the middle of nowhere.
Right, up on the Natchez Trace. And since we're going all the way back, and right now, before dementia kicks in and Alzheimer's, I'm going to go ahead and share another memory with you. You know Buck Allman.
Yes.
Been in the sound business all of his life.
We're talking about Big Buck.
Big Buck.
Big Buck.
When I was a snotty-nosed kid, I worked for Big Buck.
Right.
And I still am a snotty-nosed kid. But that was back, I remember Faith Hill was going to all the Wrangler Country Showdowns. And I was emceeing the Wrangler Country Showdowns at the State Fair and the Neshoba County Fair because I was working for Buck. And then... what else happened? Leather and Lace.
Leather
and Lace was going strong.
And look, I remember when Faith Hill would walk in to the radio station back before that. I don't know. I don't know if you were around those, but that was at CCL, an AM station I was at before that.
No, I was still at home turning the dial, listening to you guys, praying that I could get on the
Leather and
microphone
Lace
one day.
burned. Okay, Andy Devine checked in. Leather and Lace burned down 30 years ago. The one on the Natchez Trace. Yes, that's what I'm speaking of.
Yeah.
Good morning, Lloyd Travis. Good morning, Jeff Thomas. Yes, the ditch is owned by the city. What else? What else we got here? And the restaurant that you're talking about inside Metro Center was Widow Watson's. But
Exactly. Widow Watson's.
Yep.
Yeah, the good old days. What's the story on Randy Travis and the Metro Center?
okay,
I need to know this.
there's a guy that he's involved with locally who says that they're going to rebuild Metro Center. This guy and everybody that comes up there, they got a little scam to their project. But they were going to take what did he say he was going to put in? $2 million, $3 million?
$5 million, I heard.
$5 million. You couldn't do the parking lot for $5 million to where you could drive up in there again.
That's right.
I mean, it's that bad. Have you ridden over there since you've been in?
Well, I've been down I-20.
Yeah, but don't really want to get don't really want to get off.
Yeah.
You know, he said he was a little afraid to come down 220 this morning.
Yeah.
I did. Well,
it's Saturday night. The bars close at midnight. They stay out with guns till 5 or 6 a.m. Usually while we're on the air, you'll hear that a gunfire broke out at a nightclub and you're going, aren't they supposed to close at 1 or 2 in the morning? But no, that's what goes on. We had a gunfight the other morning. 8 people got shot.
Where did this happen?
North Mart. That would be right across from where Marnie's used to be.
Triangle.
Right there by Triangle Mart and all that.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't speak of any shootings this morning on Channel 3.
Well,
over the weekend. So either they're hiding the fact that there were shootings or one got shot this weekend.
I'm not going to get into the racial politics of broadcasting on the TV, but they are mentioning that it was the Haitian revolt when the blacks in Haiti revolted against the slave owners in 18 whatever. And then in 1804, that was when allegedly they took control of in Haiti of the slave ships, and I'm going, okay. But I was listening to it, going, okay. Nate Rush, in the parking lot is currently under construction and being dug up to replace pipes and infrastructure. Yeah.
Which parking lot are you talking about?
I don't know, Nate. But anyway.
Metro Center's all we've been talking about.
Metro Center. That's got to be it.
So what was your favorite radio station?
What's my favorite radio station?
That you worked during your time?
Well, I started out in Forest, Mississippi. I was like 17 or 18 years old. And I told you, Terry C. Burton gave me my first job in radio, and it was a weekend gig.
Right.
And I didn't know anything about formats or anything. I just wanted to be on the radio, and I did. And I remember coming in one day, and Terry C. had hired me, and Terry C. fired me. And Terry C. looked at me and he says, well, you can take this with, let me see if I can do a Terry C. Burton.
Okay, do it.
He said, you can take this with relief or you can take this with grief. Said, Bill says you're fired. I said, okay. All right. Well, good deal.
Okay, go ahead.
And then I moved to Brandon, Mississippi. A lot of the older people would remember WRKN, which was AM.
And that is actually, RKN is actually, was Rock 93.9 for a while because that was the FM with it.
The FM was 97.7 WRGH, and it was a Christian radio station.
Correct.
Roy and June Harris owned it, and it was WRKN. And you know, it's funny about call letters, Roy, June Harris.
How about
and of course, on the FM side, on the Christian radio station, we're raising Jesus higher.
Oh, nice.
So I thought that was a great thing. But, you know, Roy Harris passed away, and eventually the family sold the radio station. And but before it happened, I wound up at WKYV, KY107, and it was called The Voice of the South.
The Voice of the South.
And Chip Matthews was 23 years old, and I was 20 years old, and we were all crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he still is. I don't know about you, but
I'm only 35 now.
Yeah, that's what I tell people too.
So what was your burning desire that you had to be in radio?
I grew up listening to Charlie Douglas, and you remember Charlie Douglas?
I do.
WWL, and Ralph Emery. Charlie Douglas eventually went to Nashville,
right?
And at WSM, and I grew up in the era of the all-night AM radio stations.
Yes.
At midnight, they would flip the switch 50,000 watts, and that's what truck drivers would listen to on the highway. There wasn't any satellite radio.
Right.
And
you listen to WWL, WLS Chicago, and they had that guy on that came on. The first guy came on was Jeff Davis. Then after him was, oh, come on, Chip. Well, Jeff Davis did most of the shift, and I thought that was a great name to be on the radio.
Another favorite of mine was Bob Becker.
Bob Becker.
at Fort Worth, in Fort Worth.
And then there was John Landstucker. Yeah.
So see, he's a little older than I, and he can
Yeah.
remember. His memory is probably better than mine.
No, it isn't.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I suffer from PTSD, but anyway.
I do too.
Oh yeah, I can understand completely. And that was just from my childhood.
So what was the drive for you to do radio?
I would have done it for nothing. I
mean,
love talking on the radio.
Yeah, but as a young child, you were interested in it.
I was. Okay, you remember Judy Denson?
Yes.
Woody Asaph.
Judy Denson was Coffee with Judy back
Coffee
then.
with Judy.
Okay.
She doesn't remember that.
I don't know.
No, I remember Romper Room.
Well, then you should remember Coffee with Judy.
Yeah.
But Judy Denson and Woody Asaph, Forrest Cox.
Forrest Cox, Farm Market Report.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love these guys. I love to listen to these guys. And I just wanted to be in radio. I wanted to talk on the radio. And my dad told me that I could not make a living in radio. I would starve to death. And of course, ZZQ, WJDX.
And he was right. You can't make a living in radio.
Yeah.
That's the reason he went on and got a government job.
So that's why you pulled up in a limousine this morning.
That's right.
Okay.
Because my Jaguars.
Well, I thought maybe it was George Strait. I didn't know.
Oh yeah. But what was I going to say? Mine went away.
We were talking about his curiosity with radio and how he got started, and
Not only it's radio. How honestly, at the age of 13, my dad bought me a CB radio, and when I realized that I could put an antenna up, and I could talk to people, and they could talk back. But I like radio more because they can't talk back.
Oh yeah,
they're talking to Chip on Facebook over there.
Turn you off.
Well, see, in 1986, we didn't have Facebook. We didn't have any of that.
No, we didn't have any of this.
We had a control board that had these big round knobs on it, looked like steering wheels. I mean,
yeah, and you
right, big Colin.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh, it was a lot of fun back then.
It was wonderful.
I can imagine.
Now you were still there when Hank Jr. called that day.
I was.
Yes,
I was.
Hank Jr. just called while we were on the air.
Let me go ahead and tell you this.
Okay.
I promise. I asked you if you had an old cart machine, one of the old cart machines that we used. I have that recording.
Okay. Well,
so that's another thing. I'm going to find that recording, and you and I are going to figure out a way to.
We can do that. But Hank Jr. just called up because I was on the air playing, just finding the twangiest songs in the world to play on the air, to try to stay awake. And most of those songs were a minute 54, a minute 55. They weren't that long. And I was playing some Luke the Drifter. And this guy calls up and says, "That's my daddy." And I'm going, huh? This is Hank Jr. No, it's not. And we sat there. And
if I remember correctly, Jackie Thompson was in the studio.
Yes.
And Jackie Thompson, now we're going way back. Hank Williams Jr. did the grand opening for the Brandon Discount Drugs.
Right.
What was that? Late 60s, early 70s. And of course, I was still a little snotty-nosed kid like I am now. It's just different. And and he brought that up. He remembered Jackie Thompson.
Well, how can you forget Jackie Thompson?
You can't forget Jackie Thompson.
He had a show.
Can I share something else
Yes,
with you? Do you remember the Rockin' Satellites?
Yes.
Okay, Jackie Thompson had Johnny Jolly. It was Eastland Plaza Homes from Pearl, Mississippi. And Jackie Thompson had the Rockin' Satellites through school. When he was a kid, he actually grew up in Lodabar, Mississippi, which is just south of Pelahatchie, Mississippi. And he would have a record player set up in front of Mr. Summers' drugstore and play records. And it became the hour of the 50s, the older he got. And Jackie had the Rockin' Satellites, and they would pantomime. My dad was Elvis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad was Elvis in that group. And
they did TV commercials back then. They would dress up in the big Elvis outfits with the thing. And
I remember.
Well, what's funny is, think about on a Saturday morning. This happened at we were still KYV,
right?
And we were on 220.
No, we were on 18, Highway 18.
Okay, on Highway 18, and I'd fallen asleep, and all of a sudden this guy comes in with these big dark glasses on, diamond ring that could beat you to death.
Yeah.
You're not on the air. Open my eyes. There's Jackie Thompson, and you think you're seeing Elvis, and you go, "Holy cow!" Scariest thing in the world.
But Jackie did the hour of the 50s. It was funny because when I worked at WQST, I ran the board for him. He had a show there.
Yeah.
He had a show in Brandon.
Yes.
It seemed like every radio station I went to, Jackie Thompson showed up. He did the hour of the 50s on Saturday mornings.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie and Jolly Johnny, and then
Yeah.
Johnny Jolly. Somebody just texted up there. Okay, time to take another break. We'll be back with more memories of Mississippi right here on WYAB. I was fixing to say, I need help. Right here on WYAB. I was fixing to say, I need help.
.1039 WYAB.
CBS News Brief. Some of the more than 2,000 National Guard troops patrolling Washington, D.C. are now carrying their service weapons, and President Trump has plans to expand deployments.
I think Chicago will be our next, and then we'll help with New York.
The Associated Press says it's shocked. Reuters devastated after the deaths of journalists in an overnight Israeli airstrike on a hospital in southern Gaza. Health officials there say a total of 19 people were killed. The BBC's Yolande Nell.
We've asked them what's been targeted here or who has been targeted. They say they're looking into this. The Israeli Prime Minister's office has not had any comment as yet either.
A memoir by Jeffrey Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre will be out in October. CBS's Vicki Barker. Publisher Alfred A. Knopf says Virginia Giuffre made it clear it was her, quote, heartfelt wish that her memoir be published in the event of her death. Giuffre died by suicide in April. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
You know what's a nightmare? We've all seen that movie where the bad guy's coming and your gun jams up. Luckily, that's just a movie, but you can't take the chance it could happen to you in real life. Hey, y'all, I'm Therese Apel from Dark Horse Press, and I've written stories about a whole lot of situations where people needed their gun to work for them. So if yours is moody or likes to jam, you need to take it to Guns & Gear. Let their professional gunsmiths look at it and fix it so it'll work when you need it. They're the absolute best at what they do, and that's why I buy all my guns from them. That's Guns & Gear in Gluckstadt. Check them out today.
What are people saying about Tom's Fried Pies in Richland?
I'm on a diet. I don't want to be down there at Tom's Fried Pies. We had a good time. When I tell you the crust was flaky, I'm talking about buttery. This was nothing like I've ever tasted. Ever. I mean, I've never tasted anything like that, man. It was nice. Atmosphere was nice. Everybody there was nice. Because I'll be back, even though I don't supposed to with my diet. I really enjoyed myself.
Tom'sFriedPies.com. Tom'sFriedPies.com. Here's a word from John White, the owner of Two Gun Tactical in Flowood and Ridgeland.
I carry a gun every day, all the time. Last year in America, 2 million legal guns were pulled, and it stopped the threat. So I'm really wearing a firearm just to stop the threat. There's more likelihood of me just pulling it and not using it than there is using it. TwoGunTactical.com, TwoGunTactical.com.
Two Gun Tactical, the South's only country club.
Looking for adventure, amazing food, and a little relaxation all in one place? You'll find it at Cypress Point Resort in Brandon. Load up the family and experience a real drive-through safari, petting zoo, and thrilling guided Jeep tours. Then slow it down with mouth-watering steaks at the steakhouse, or grab drinks and live music at the tavern. Planning a wedding or reunion? Cypress Point Resort has beautiful venues and cozy lodging. Ready for your big day or just a weekend escape? It's everything you love about the outdoors with a touch of luxury. Cypress Point Resort. Wild fun right around the corner.
Here's a tip for buyers from RE/MAX Connection real estate agent Risa Jensen.
Buyers need to be ready. Start your mortgage process. If you're not paying cash in your mortgage, you need to go ahead and start that before you ever go look at a house. You walk into a house and you fall in love with it, and that's the one you want. You've not even started the process, and there may be multiple bids on it, and other people are sending pre-qualifying letters with their offers, then you're dead in the water. You offer what you are willing to pay for this property, and know that if you don't get it, you're okay with that. You can walk away.
RitaJensen.net.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here's your host, Chip Matthews.
As we continue to enjoy memories of the past here on WYAB WYAB 103.9.
WYAB 103.9.
Yeah.
See, I got it, and I don't even work here. Come on.
Hey, I remember when you went on the air at KYV, and how many times did you say RKN?
I did not.
It would have to be confusing.
He may have.
Oh, it gets that way.
know.
I had
We
a
s-
boss once that
said a lot
used
of
to
stuff.
say I had to walk in there and tell him, I said, you don't own WJDX. You own MGO in Canton. And he was on the air saying, WJDX. I was going, you don't own that station. That's why we're not making that much money. You're listening to the wrong ads.
Yeah. Well, you said something during the break. You were talking about Sil Lily ice cream.
Sil Lily ice cream. I say Bob Neblett.
And I say Woody Asaph.
Woody Asaph.
Yeah. And I was telling you, I said, I got real brave and I got out, Dawn, down there right in front of the WLBT studios one afternoon, and I took a good picture of that sign that they have that says it's
Woody Asaph Drive.
Woody Asaph Drive. And he said I could talk about anything, so I will. I'm married to a sweet lady that has been with Neblett's Frame Shop for over 40 years.
Yeah.
So I took this picture of this sign, and I got a really good shot of Woody Asaph, and it's hanging in my office.
Oh,
I love Woody Asaph.
yeah. He
Yeah.
was great. I
He was.
grew up with
He was the
him.
weatherman. The weather, and you know what I liked about Woody? He never lied about the weather. Never. He always said the weatherman says.
That's right.
Yes. He always got it right.
He did.
He always got it right. And like I told you, I've got the dog song that used to play on WSLI with Farmer Jim Neal, the Pet Parade song.
The Feist Dog. Farmer Jim and the Feist Dog.
Yeah.
So I'm probably 4 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old. My grandmother had one of those old AM radio transistors that you could hear all the way around the neighborhood.
Yes.
And of course, it's hot. We didn't have any air conditioning. The radio set on top of the refrigerator in the kitchen. And every morning, guess who it was? Farmer Jim and the Feist Dog.
Farmer Jim Neal and the Feist Dog.
That's it. Every morning.
And
That was another infatuation of mine. You asked me those questions, how I got interested in radio. Yeah.
And it went from him to Walt Grayson. It was the what was it? The other guy died. John Bell and Walt Grayson.
Right.
Were was the midday one of the midday shows, and then who had it? Come on, Chip. Oh well, I forgot.
I can't remember either, but we're sitting in the living room the other night.
You had Bob and Al show. Al Simmons and Bob.
Okay, let me throw one at you.
Okay.
Let's see if your listeners remember this. See if they'll come back. You remember Skipper Dick and Friends?
No.
You don't remember Skipper Dick? I think he was on WJTV. He had the kids. You said you remember Romper Room.
Yeah. But
okay. My wife's aunt was she did that show for a long time.
Miss Thomas or whatever her name was.
I can't remember her name. If my wife was listening, she could text me her name right now, but I cannot remember her aunt's name, and I may get a divorce over this.
Uh-oh.
Well, I promise y'all tomorrow we are going to get knee deep in some politics with y'all. How do you think? Will you answer the question? How do you think Trump's doing?
I think he's doing a great job.
There you go.
Of course, I'm a conservative Republican.
Okay, I want to make sure. I know that we're staying off a lot of politics to benefit you this morning.
Well, I stay out of politics.
Yeah.
I try to stay away from it. I walk around it. I try to stay in front of it.
There you go.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the one.
But you're welcome to talk about all the politics you want to talk about because you're Chip Matthews. I guarantee.
Yes. And someone just texted me about the Jaguar, and I told once again, I'll tell you, we think we found it in pieces. And they're going. They said you don't need to go up there. You'll wind up getting shot.
Where is it at?
I believe it's the one. There's one in Rankin County. And then there's one that could possibly be it because they're selling it for so cheap. And then and they don't have a title. And then there's another one being sold in parts in
I think it's the one that had the crushed cab.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's the one that's yours. The very first one that you found online.
Yeah, they got on there and jumped up and down on the top of the car.
On the cab of the all the other parts are beautiful. Not damaged, but it's got a crease down the cab. So
Right.
I think that's the one that's yours.
It's no way you want to see a Jaguar.
So how attached were you to this car?
Oh, I've only had it, 6 months, 8 months?
Mhm.
Maybe not that long.
We were really attached because we really enjoyed the alarm going off during the radio show
Keeps you-
every morning.
Keeps you awake. Something interesting. Sometimes Clay would come out. Your alarm's going off again. Okay. Sorry. You hit the button. But that's that. So when you come up and see Jackson after 35 years,
A lot
or
changed.
Rankin County,
A lot changed. And I was telling you, after you've been gone for a while, and a lot of people don't know this, we didn't talk about it, but I moved to the Mississippi Gulf Coast 20 years ago. 2002, almost to the day, 3 years to the day, Katrina. I had a retail business on Pass Road in Gulfport. I ran an automotive retail business, national franchise, did extremely well. And then Katrina showed up. And 2 weeks later, I went back in and pulled up in the parking lot, and the bay doors, the roll-up bay doors, they weren't even on the property. I don't know. They might have been up in Stone County somewhere.
Really?
I don't know where they were at. I didn't even get out of the truck. I just took one look, I put it in reverse, and I drove away.
Yeah.
And my shop was located on the corner of Hughes Avenue and Pass Road, which is right behind the airport and the National Guard, if you're familiar with that area. But when I come back to answer your question, I was telling Chip, I said, when you've been gone for a while and you come back, you notice things. It has a bigger impact on you than you sit in it every day, and it's just gradual, and you don't really take note. And it's changed. Things have changed a lot around the city of Jackson.
For the better?
I don't know if it's for the better or the worse. I said a prayer when I got off on 220 this morning.
Okay.
And then when I got off on 49 and I dodged those craters in the middle of the highway, I made it to Flora, Mississippi.
Yes.
And I was so thankful to see that lady standing out there in front of that store this morning.
And then you came up to the 10th floor here of the studio, and that's that.
How do you ever get through the gates?
I don't know how you got through the gate. I guess I left it open.
Yeah.
Here on the radio.
I knew I was in the right place when I saw the limousine parked out.
Yeah. Did you see my security detail around it? They've already gone to get coffee, I guess. Okay. Good morning, Ted Smith. I see you checking in this morning. Also, I don't know if you want to touch this, but I'm going to bring it up. In Washington, Trump is having everything put back in place. One of the things is a Confederate statue is being put back, and he says that all history will be put back in place.
That's good.
So I think that's a good thing. But the next question on that subject is, and he says that he made the comment in a speech. He says, I believe if you had a Confederate flag in your logo or this, that, and the other for your state, that you should bring that back. That history should not be hidden.
Well, when we went to school, this is what we were taught, and it was history.
There is no history. You don't have to take a test to graduate with history anymore.
No, I didn't know that.
They ruled that out this year. No more history.
No more history.
No more history.
Yeah. Well, I've got a lot of history in my head.
Yeah, and it's not bad to remember history. That way you won't repeat it.
Right.
But also there was a lot of things that people were proud of and didn't. And that's what he's saying is at different eras in our time, we liked certain things. That is why we must put back everything in perspective. And that makes sense.
Yep.
And then you intertwine it with the stories that some people think were left out.
People should be educated. They should. I mean, it's fact. Okay. It's not anything but fact. It's history. It's what happened. It is what it is.
Exactly.
And let's learn from it. Let's move forward.
And move forward.
Move forward. That's right.
That's why everybody tunes in to me on the radio, because I have so much history.
Is that what it is?
It's got to be. Got to be.
Please.
Okay. It's because I'm the sexiest man on the radio and have been for 40 years.
And I'm not going. I'm not.
You're not touching that.
No, I'm not. I'm out of that.
Okay. Okay. So what's going on this week? Does anybody know what's going on this week? You did that thing you went to Friday.
Yeah, Leadership Madison County.
Tell us about it.
So I had a wonderful day. I got worked to death by a gentleman named Daryl. I think Daniel. Yeah, and it's a a group that has been invited to be a part of Leadership Madison County, and it's a class of 2025, 2026. And we are growing our skills to become better leaders in our community and figure out things that we can change to better our community. And so once a month we meet, and like this September, I think we're going to an educational facility, and then November we'll go to a healthcare, and then we'll work our way up to the governor's office, and then we have a project to do through these 8 months, and then we'll have a graduation in May.
Okay.
So it's really, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I mean,
Roger
I will
McCrory's
find
checking
out.
in saying history shouldn't be erased. Andy Devine saying you can't judge yesterday by today morals or lack of morals. Ted Smith says hello. And Jeff Thomas says he worked at Johnny Baker Ford in Brandon, the little cheaper dealer.
Yeah, Johnny Baker Ford, the little cheaper. The commercial had the little chickens, the little baby. Do you remember the little videos on the TV? Johnny Baker Ford.
Yeah,
I remember when Noel Daniels bought that.
Yeah,
yeah, and
he had to get he got a mannequin.
He did. He
went from the little it was a chick that ran around on a cart, little cheaper dealer.
Right.
Oh, geez.
The commercials back in the day were just
remember
so
when-
original and made out of real,
Well, see, I remember
side effects.
when
Chickens.
Mr. Fowler had a contest with Howard Wilson, and they were on there, and they bought, and he, whatever happened, one of them sold more cars than the other one, and Mr. Fowler had to eat his hat, his straw hat.
I don't remember that. I don't, but I remember who was it that bent over backwards?
That's Howard Wilson.
Howard Wilson. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Earlier you said something about a party, and there was a party you were talking about in Canton.
Oh, the party on the square.
Mm-hmm.
What can you educate me on that?
Here's what happened. This past weekend, they had a party of unity to bring the team, both sides of Canton together. And they just threw it at the last minute. They didn't even tell tourism that they were going to have a party till the last minute. And so they did an event, and the current mayor did not pull a permit. Nobody had food truck license. Nobody made sure anybody had any insurance. They had 75 to 100 people show up, or 12,000 people in town. If they had known about it, then a few more might have shown up. But they decided at the very last minute to throw it.
Yeah.
And
so everything that happens in Canton is personal. I mean,
it's very personal with me, as you know.
Right.
I've always been from Canton, and
you grew up there, right?
I want to see it fixed.
Yeah.
Look at what Brandon. I mean, back when you were living in Brandon 100 years ago, or Brandon and Pagliacci, there wasn't much there.
No.
Busick's and Son, and that was about it.
Right. Bobby Nick, yeah.
But that was that. Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll be back to land the plane right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie and special guest Tommy J from the Wild West Show, right here on WYAB. Tommy J from the Wild West Show, right here.
1039 WYAB.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Are you craving a home-cooked meal without the hassle? Come over to McBee's Bar and Grill in Ridgeland for their Blue Plate lunch specials. Served up every weekday, at McBee's it's a different entree every day. Chicken spaghetti on Mondays, beef tip Tuesday, pork chop Wednesday, spaghetti Thursday, and catfish Fridays. And McBee's Blue Plate lunch comes with 2 classic southern sides and cornbread or a roll. McBee's specials are served every weekday from 11 to 2. McBee's, buzzing the res since 1982.
It's time to put a little more sizzle in your red-hot Mississippi summer at Mazda of Jackson. Drive away on your road trip with a boost from Mazda of Jackson's $1,000 off owner loyalty reward and low 1.9% financing on a 2025 CX-90, CX-70, and the assembled in America CX-50. And take advantage of the pre-tariff inventory before it's gone. It's time to choose Mazda. Shop online at MazdaofJackson.com or visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road in Jackson.
Come check us out at Planter Supply in the heart of downtown Bentonia. Not only are we here to cover all of your food plot needs, but you will find that we are fully stocked with a variety of ammo. We have quite the selection of food for all of your livestock needs. Your pet's health is important to us as well. We have a wide array of animal health products as well as pet food and accessories. Come check us out or give us a call at 662-755-8782. Planter Supply in the heart of downtown Bentonia.
Delicious food and a relaxing atmosphere combine to make the best place for sports fans and foodie fans to watch the game and just hang out. Capitol Grill of Jackson. Of course they've got the games, but food, oh my goodness. Mouth-watering po' boys, fish, steaks, appetizers, and a specialty pizza menu. Kitchen opens at 5 Monday through Thursday and 11 Friday through Sunday. And happy hours are daily at Capitol Grill. Also enjoy the all-new Tuesday night and karaoke on Wednesday and Friday nights from 8 till midnight with DJ Money Mon. Capitol Grill, DeVille Plaza in Jackson.
We would like to invite you to visit our retirement community, which is not only beautiful, but affordable as well. I'm Rhonda Brown, director at the Waterford on Highland Colony in Ridgeland. Our enhanced dining services include 3 delicious daily meals served in our beautiful open dining room. In addition, we're pet friendly and we're so excited about our brand new dog park. Call us at the Waterford on Highland Colony in Ridgeland, 601-856-6131.
Here's John and Corey Ravenstein from Juniker Jewelry Company.
Common sense often seems in short supply these days.
Wasn't it Poppy who used to say, boys, you pay for what you get?
And get what you pay for. Best advice he ever gave me. And it's never been more true than in the diamond business.
A poor cut, poor quality diamond never gets better looking. I can promise you. That's why you've got to use some common sense.
Like getting hands-on with quality loose diamonds in Mississippi's most trusted jeweler.
Like shopping from thousands of diamonds, not just a few dozen.
Juniker Jewelry Company is Mississippi's direct diamond importer with 10 times the diamonds you'll find in average stores.
Tray after tray of diamonds, every size, shape, and price range, all at the guaranteed best prices in the state.
So come get the quality she deserves.
At a price you'll love. It's just common sense.
Juniker Jewelry Company, Mississippi's direct diamond importer. From anywhere in Mississippi, we're at 1485 Highland Colony Parkway, just south of 463 in Madison, and junikerjewelry.com.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
It's Mississippi's most famous old school DJ right here, the Chip Matthews Show.
I want to tell you, I really am glad that I ran into you Saturday.
Yeah.
Friday or Saturday, whatever day it was. He invited me to come up. He says, hey, come sit in on the air with me. Mm-hmm. I said, okay, don't get me in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've done a lot of trouble. I've done good so far.
Yes.
You've done really good. Yeah.
But it's not over.
You got 6 minutes.
We hadn't played the national anthem yet, right?
Right.
Yeah. But it was WKYV. For everybody listening, it was WKYV, KY107, the voice of the South, Mississippi's more country music FM.
Yeah.
And we went after Miss 103 with the idea of a 6-pack of country instead of 3 in a row.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He came up with all that stuff. Yeah. He was sneaky.
Genius.
Genius.
Yep.
That's why he's riding in a limousine.
Yeah. Very successful.
Yep.
Did you
We
get
had
the
a lot of
top
good
fix on it?
The guy's going to put it on there next week.
So it was Tommy J. He gave me that name, Tommy J. and the Wild West Show, 6 to midnight, Monday through Friday. John Bish. It was Johnny James.
JJ Johnny James.
JJ Johnny James. Casey North. Where's Casey North at?
I have no idea where Casey North is.
So it had Casey North. We had all these guys. It was crazy. It was absolutely wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was. And I have thoroughly enjoyed being here with you and Miss
Dawn.
No, I was going to call you Miss Dixie.
Oh,
Miss
Dixie. Is that going to be your new name?
And
I guess so.
I'm impressed. She sat down here and she said, "I own Ratliff Ferry."
Mm-hmm.
But the funny thing about it is, she's my ex-stepmother-in-law.
That's really weird.
It's really weird.
And he's what are you, 13 years older than me?
Yes.
No, not that many.
I don't have any ex-mother-in-laws, but I probably have a lot of ladies in this world that's glad that they weren't my mother-in-law. Maybe when I was growing up, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything went. Yeah.
Well,
I drove a '76 Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
Well, along with a lot of other cars. Drove my dad crazy. It almost. Well, I don't know. I hope it didn't kill him, but My dad was a race car. He loved cars. He was into automotive, and I benefited from all that as a teenager.
Did you ever go with me when I had to call the track at Jackson International Speedway?
Jackson International Speedway.
I used to have to do the microphone out there.
Yeah.
Do so and so's coming around in the 91 Junior.
So if I remember, we had a concert out there.
Yes, we did. Tanya Tucker and all of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you're bringing back memories now. I had forgotten all about that. And so I'm going to Edwards this weekend, and I always look over there. And
it's not there anymore.
I know.
And all they needed was beer sales.
I get really
depressed. And it would still be there. But at the time, and it also happened when Clinton went wet, half of Clinton you could have alcohol and half of you couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And when they approved liquor, half of the town had beer. And then the places that had liquor did not have beer.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, that's a real
What
thing.
A terrible idea.
That was a real thing because people don't realize that technically half of Hines County was dry.
Yeah.
And now my hometown of Pelahatchie
Yep.
has a liquor store.
Yeah.
Blows my mind. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So,
well, it just.
But I'm on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, so it doesn't matter.
It just happened.
When I moved to the Mississippi Gulf Coast, I said, "Is there anything I need to know?" They said, "Yeah, don't mess with anybody's beer."
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, let's see what we got here. We're having a fun show this morning. Lloyd Travis says Harold Chevrolet in Canton. Yes, I remember that. And Wild Bill Watson Ford in Jackson. And everybody's chiming in.
What I think is funny is Bob Crushell's still sitting out there on Highway 80.
Yes.
Hey, not only is he out there, he's still serving great steaks.
Yes.
That's right.
I mean, people go there, and I know a bunch that make sure they hit there every Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
And go eat.
He's a legend.
Yes. You know, and that's what it's all about, is the legends and the people that are individuals that own businesses will take you back. And like, for instance, I get a kick out of Fred Cerami, and he would have been the young squire from back then.
Right.
Yeah.
All the old Jacksonians are legends to me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and that's the thing, is we've lost our way from the people and business people that made up this area. You don't have those characters anymore. You don't have, and we got to get back to that. We got to get back to where you want to be something. You have a lot of generations that when they inherited their wealth, they just went away.
Right.
And their dad and their legacies went away with them. Okay, it's been good to see you today.
Yes. You too, Chip.
You got 10 seconds to say goodbye.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Central Mississippi, I'm glad to be back in town, and I'm going to be headed south.
Okay.
Yeah. And Dawn, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very
much. And you got a
much.
pretty smile.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Say bye, Dawn. That's all you
Goodbye.
got time for. And I, of course, am Chip Matthews. Will be back tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. with Dawn McKenzie. And we will cut up the politics tomorrow. And we will irritate somebody. We'll see you then.